You know that feeling when you land on a sales page and against your better judgment, you actually start to feel convinced? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on exactly how that happens. We're deconstructing the sales pitch for a product called Revive Daily. Now, just to be clear, we're not reviewing the product itself. We're here to dissect the really powerful communication techniques they use to grab your attention and, well, get you to a decision. Let's dive in.
Wow. Okay, so right out of the gate, we get hit with this unbelievably bold claim. This isn't just a friendly hello, it's what you'd call a pattern interrupt. It's designed to make you stop everything and go, wait, what? I mean, think about it. By saying it's a first in the history of health, they're immediately positioning it as totally unique and absolutely essential. That is one heck of a first impression.
So, with a claim that big, what is this supposedly revolutionary product actually offering? See, every single effective sales pitch is built around a core promise, something that taps into a really deep need or desire we all have. So, let's break down what that promise is here.
Okay, listen to the language they're using here. It's not just a solution, it's the only solution. That's so deliberate. It's meant to just wipe any competitors right out of your mind. And notice how it targets two of the biggest consumer concerns out there, fat burning and anti-aging, all by promising to restore a natural body function to its absolute peak. It's very, very clever.
Now, to make that big promise feel real and not just some abstract idea, the pitch immediately shifts to things you can feel right away. These aren't vague long-term goals. Nope, these are specific, wonderful things you're told you'll experience on the very first night. That's a direct appeal to that part of our brain that just craves quick results and instant gratification. So, the promise has been made, you're intrigued. Now the pitch has to move to the offer itself. And this is where the psychology gets really interesting, because the way an offer is structured is absolutely crucial for guiding what you decide to do next. This right here is a perfect illustration of a classic pricing strategy called value anchoring. That single bottle at $69, that's the anchor. By setting that price, the 6-bottle package at just $39 a bottle, oh, and with free shipping, suddenly looks like a ridiculously good deal. The entire thing is engineered to make the biggest purchase feel like the absolute smartest financial move. And just to hammer that value point home, bam, they quantify the savings with a huge, bold number. Over $1,500. When you see a number that big, it totally reframes the purchase in your mind. It stops being about a discount and starts feeling like you've just unlocked a massive financial win. It makes you feel smart for picking the biggest option. And now, another psychological trigger gets pulled. Urgency. This one little line introduces the fear of missing out, FOMO. This idea that the special pricing could just vanish. It creates pressure to act right now before you lose the chance forever. This is so clever because it layers scarcity right on top of that urgency. Saying it might sell out does two things. First, obviously, it pushes you to buy even faster, but more subtly, it acts as social proof. It creates this powerful impression that everybody else is jumping on this, so it must be amazing.
Okay, so they've built up the value and created a sense of urgency. But what about our natural skepticism? I mean, any smart shopper has questions, right? So the pitch has to pivot to building trust, and it does that with a whole barrage of claims and assurances.
This is like a rapid-fire checklist of trust signals. First, you get the words that calm our biggest health fears: natural, safe, zero side effects. Then, they start layering on these official-sounding credentials: manufactured in the USA, an FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility. It's all designed to build credibility and project an image of serious quality and safety.
But what if you're still on the fence? The biggest final barrier to almost any purchase is that financial risk. So the next part of the pitch is all about completely removing that obstacle from the equation.
The guarantee is the ultimate safety net. A 60-day period is really generous, and it suggests they're super confident in their product. But the real magic here is that little phrase, "no questions asked." That removes the fear of having to argue or justify why you want a refund, and it makes the choice to buy feel completely and totally risk-free.
And this detail about returning even empty bottles, that's a masterstroke in persuasion. It implies the company is so unbelievably certain you're going to use and love the entire product that they're willing to take the risk of you finishing it and still asking for your money back. It's the ultimate show of confidence.
And just to make sure that guarantee feels totally real and easy, they lay out a dead simple 3-step process. This isn't buried in pages of fine print. It's presented as easy, fast, and straightforward, which just reinforces the main message. Hey, we're not trying to trick you. Getting your money back is no big deal.
Finally, any really good sales pitch knows there might be a few nagging questions or objections still floating around in your head. The FAQ section is like the last line of defense, designed to find those doubts and neutralize them directly. Here's a question that gets at a huge fear for anyone who shops online, the dreaded hidden subscription fee. By asking this question themselves, they show they understand what you're worried about and they meet it head-on.
The answer is so emphatic, absolutely not. But then they add this little conversational gem mentioned in the source material. I've always hated that stuff as much as you do. That one line is all about building rapport. It creates this feeling of us against them and makes the seller feel like they're on your side. It's brilliant.
And here we go. This is the single biggest doubt anyone could possibly have. After all this, what if the product simply fails to deliver on its promises for me, personally? This is the ultimate what if.
Now just watch this pivot. It's fantastic. The answer doesn't try to win you over with more science or more testimonials. Instead, it circles right back to the strongest weapon in its entire arsenal, the guarantee. The guarantee itself becomes the final, absolute answer to any doubt you could possibly have.
So as we've seen, this sales page is so much more than just a description of a product. It's a carefully built system. It starts with a huge promise. It frames an offer to make you feel like you're getting incredible value. It builds layers and layers of trust, and then it removes every ounce of risk with a powerful guarantee. It really leaves us with a final question. When it comes to persuasion, what actually matters more, the facts themselves or the framework they're presented in?